Hey everybody, and welcome back. Today we're going to talk about one of my hobbies, which is stamp collecting, and a little bit more detail than I normally do. What we have here, it's one of the first stamp albums I've ever received, and I got this when I was a kid, so this is pretty old. And this is the appendix that goes with it. So I recently got a hold of some of the stamps that goes in this appendix, and I also wanted to show you the two stamp collecting books I got when I was a kid, and that I still own. So we're gonna look at these. We're gonna look at the stamp album, and then we're gonna use these show guard mounts to place these stamps into the appendix album that goes with this American Revolution album. So I hope you enjoy. So first, let's look at this old Introduction to Stamp Collecting book that I got when I was really young. It's been stained over the years. It talks about the different stamps, meanings of them. Shows you the tools. Show guard mounts, which are these. The magnifying glass, which I have my old magnifying glass. These are hinges, not quite as nice as show guard mounts, and then tweezers for some people. I touch my stamps because I'm not collecting, the inverted Jenny here or anything, so. And this just explains like perforated and imperforate and so forth. Cut square, like stamps like this are built into the envelopes, and some people would actually cut that right out of the envelope to collect it. Stamp color guide. So if you're looking through a stamp catalog, it'll show you the different dyes that we use: ultramarine, dark blue, carmine, peach blossom. And see, I even have most of these stamps that we're looking at here that I can show you if you're interested. This shows the conditions of the stamps. Superb, fine, good, canceled, fine, lightly canceled, canceled, good. Talks a little bit about stamp clubs and the history of them. And then U.S. stamp production today, which was when this album was given to me, which was a long time ago. Not this guidebook. First day covers, which I have quite a few of. It's when you cancel a stamp on the day it's actually issued. And then postcard stamps. I've got that one. You'll see it in a few minutes. And then there's this book. It's called Now the World's Greatest Hobby: Getting Started with Stamp Collecting. A little bit more fun to read, I guess you could say. I think it's the same age as that one. I think I got these both at the same time. And it's kind of going over the same sort of things, except it's got some slightly different information. It explains the elements of a postmark and the cancellation. It talks about different kinds of perforations. Where to find stamps. Stamp albums, When I was a kid, when I was in school, they had little book clubs where one of the books you could get was a stamp collecting album that came with stamps, and we all wanted that because it was just full of surprises and free stuff. There's a color guide in this book, and it's printed on this paper, so it's more like the stamp, older stamps at least, not the slick stamps that came out later. It shows the tools again. It's even using the same example stamps for the quality. Plate blocks, different blocks of stamps. I wish I had that one, and I don't. The moon landing card, I would have on the first day of issue. Oh my gosh, I would love that. And more information. And that's that guidebook that goes back to my childhood. Now this is the first, if not one of the first, the first stamp album that I was ever given that I actually finished. I'll show you the back of it. Its theme is the American Revolution, so it was all of the American Revolution stamps. I mean, they're not all from America, as you can see. They're from different countries, which made it a little bit more fun. Like, for example, these stamps are from Nicaragua and Grenada. And then you got a little bit of background to explain what the stamps are about. This is the Boston Tea Party. Once again, Nicaragua. And I believe this is New Guinea. Grenada again. And then it has a story about the Boston Tea Party. The first armed resistance. I think it was the Boston Massacre. Grenada. That is not New Guinea, and I feel stupid, but it's I'm actually drawing a blank on where that's from. So if you want to comment and leave the comment, it's Grenada again, Nicaragua. But I believe all of these stamps are from the Americas, somewhere in South Central or North America. We do have American Washington stamp here. This is General Washington leads us in battle. In Valley Forge. And this is the card I mentioned earlier. Lady Rochambeau. Independence recognized. And finally, a nation emerges. And we have two more American stamps here. And a Nicaragua stamp with Thomas Jefferson on it. And since this stamp collecting kit is just the beginning, and years and years ago it came with this little appendix for me to work on, and I've only now just started it. So I believe this set is Contributors to the Cause. And actually on the back of these stamps, which is pretty amazing, it has a text on the back of them explaining who these people are. Peter Francisco, fighter extraordinary. Peter Francisco's strength and bravery made him a legend around campfires. He fought with distinction at Brandywine, Yorktown, and Guilford Courthouse. This is Salempur, and it says, the conspicuously courageous actions of Blackfoot soldier Salempur at the Battle of Bunker Hill on June 17, 1775, earned him citations for his bravery and leadership ability. Sybil Ludington. It says, youthful heroine. On the dark night of April 26, 1777, 16-year-old Sybil Ludington rode her horse Star alone through the Connecticut countryside, rallying her father's militia to repel a raid by the British on Danbury. And the last one is Hayam Salomon, financial hero. Businessman and broker Hayam Salomon was responsible for raising most of the money needed to finance the American Revolution and later to save the new nation from collapse. You know, it is interesting. This is the first time I've ever seen stamps that had commentary on the gummed side on the back, which is really, really cool. I didn't even know these existed. So to move forward, I need 1, 2, 3, 4 show guard mounts. And these are very, very cool stamps. And I'm going to put them in this album. And if you're enjoying this video, and if you'd like to watch me continue filling this album up, please let me know. And I'll make sure it's something that I do. So we've got 2 pages to start working on. Starting with Hayam Salomon. So let's place the stamp into the mount. And then you just have to moisten it. And we've got one down. Okay, next we have Salempur. So place Salempur into the mount. And then place it into the book. Now we got Salem in there. Next is Sybil. And let's put Sybil in there. Let's turn the page. And we got one more to go. Peter Francisco. Okay. So we put in all the stamps that we have at this point. And I'm going to have to hunt for these. Who knows? When I find them, I'm going to do another video. And then if I find any other Revolutionary War themed stamps, I can put them in this section here. Or that section here. So it's really, really a fun hobby. It's relaxing. It's soothing. gives you a sense of accomplishment. It's something that you can keep and pass on to your children, your grandchildren. The appreciation and the fun of stamp collecting, I just can't even begin to tell you how much it has meant to me over the years, as far as just being something that has just given me hours and hours of pleasure and relaxation. So anyway, I'll do more videos like this if you want. Just let me know, and I hope to see you again here soon. So please rate, comment, and subscribe. Bye.